look to throw. Out to his right. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And that'll set up fourth down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And oh, how about this early on? They blocked the kick. And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on down.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
On first down, it's Milroe. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there, probably the best possible outcome.
Into space. And he will go all the way. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Extra point attempt still to come. His kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him. So after one, it's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here, and he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Two straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Metcalf left side. He's got it. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one. Trey Palmer. Touchdown Steelers. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Check. 60 by 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. De'Ami Brown was the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Tiger. 18 Pioneer.
Here's Milrow to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Here we go, shot. 70 Lions. 70 Lions. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Milrow. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line. A big play for Seattle. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's Walker. A short kick down to the 7.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Come on.
A carry here for Allen. And he's into the end zone. LaQuint Allen. Touchdown Seahawks. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 31 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On 4th down, here comes J.K. Scott to punt. That is fielded at the 13. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Ready? Panther 11. Panther 11. Hey. Hawk, step, Bronco 80. Check out.
It's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Walker. This is going to be a Seahawks first down as he gets it to about the 34-yard line.
Got 50, got 50. Ready.
Now it's Milroe. Complete to the forward Buckeye, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 20 on the connection. First down, Seattle.
This is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
70 ring, Mustang 19.
Now Milroe. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves. Ready,
And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
ready, break. Warrior 70. Cowboy 80. Cougar 19.
Now Milroe on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Somebody gotta do it. I mean, somebody gotta do it. I see what she's watch him do it.
A successful drive, but in dangerous stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Got it. Ready? Ready?
From the gun, it's Milroe. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
On the jump. Here we go. Start. Bronco.
Throwing again, it's Milroe. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Gotw Brown. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. take a 21-7 lead.
Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 30-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Cowboy 80.
RPO and a quick hit to Smith and Jigba. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
19 target.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6.
Get it. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. With the Jigba left side, he's got it. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Quarterback sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Bryant. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's 3rd and 7. comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He's got room at the 30. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready?
They'll go play action with Milroe. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Okay, ready?
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Vikings. 60 Buffalo 18.
Milroe going for it all. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play for Seattle. A gain of 48. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal.
Ready?
Here's a run. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here now, 2nd down and goal.
70 Lions.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a screen set up for ETN. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
You can feel the frustration starting to build, can't you? It's in their body language. It's how they're getting in and out of the huddle. There's no tempo. There's no energy. Somebody needs to get that huddle, look them in the face, and say, hey, guys, we can either sleepwalk through the rest of this game and lose, or somebody be the jump start that we need to really find our rhythm and timing.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Steelers.
They'll look to throw yet again. Moving to his right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
He'll drop this for Etienne. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is where things get tricky. They work all week with the pass rush, Mike, to move the quarterback off his spot. They don't want these NFL quarterbacks in rhythm, hitting the top of their drop, and delivering the ball on time. But then the second component to that is you get them out there on the run, and it can really stress your coverage downfield. So nice job here, sticking with their guys, not giving any open targets downfield, and they force the incomplete. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
On 3rd down, Milrow. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
And the Steelers.
A Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's swung out to Etienne. Into space at the 45. And he'll be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To the air now on 1st and 10. On the run to the right. Off he goes. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
Steelers first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one down the field for Freiermuth. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down. Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. This one grabbed by Austin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is high. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
The kick is good. Makes the score Seahawks 48. Steelers 14. Chris
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken at the 5. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Exiting the pocket right. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Steelers.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now, faking the give. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on. Hit. Gravity lying.
On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. side. The catch is made.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 1.
Check smash. Check smash.
The RPO, that one is complete. Big strides, look at him go. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 62 yards.
Well, this is the epitome, Mike, of short throw, long run. Everyone talks about the importance of these explosive plays, and of course a lot of them come through the passing game, but you don't always have to throw the ball deep downfield for a big gain. We're seeing more and more of these wide receivers in the NFL that with the ball in their hands, they turn into running backs.
Viking 18. Cougar 19.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Now a handoff. Etienne. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
A loss of 12 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down, and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle, Ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up fourth down.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Tag. Cowboy 80. Ready.
On first down, it's Milrow. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is brought in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Gotw Brown. Touchdown, Seattle. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. The extra point. Up and good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's ETN. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. And the Steelers' 1st down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He'll tuck it and take off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down. Taken in, and he will have the 1st down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having